Motorcycles, often regarded as the ultimate freedom machine. Welcome to 5 ways of how motorcycles genuinely and really can help you with your mental health, coming from first-hand experience, from my experience with motorbikes. To the first point, the first way motorbiking can help your mental health. And these are genuinely 5 points, and the points progressively get more purposeful, I feel. But the first point is simply learning a new skill. From my personal experience, when I started to learn to ride a motorbike and I wasn't feeling good mentally, not in a good place, just that purpose of having to learn a new skill. Because motorbiking really is a skill, much like driving and many other things are, but motorbiking is, I would argue, hands up, more of a skill than driving a car. May get some abuse for that, but that's just how I feel. You have to learn a new skill, so you have to get your books out. There's plenty of books you can read on motorbiking, roadcraft skills, learning about the different sorts of motorbikes, how a motorbike should be ridden on road. And then you've got the foreign things like the clutch, the gears down here. There's so much to learn, and just beginning that process, you can start at your own pace. It gives you a goal, so you set your mind on it and it'll give your mind a focus, whether, funnily enough, here's some people learning here. Goes. It gives you a goal and a purpose, which for me personally was enough to get me up, get me out and going. Didn't worry about all of my other worries, because I didn't have to worry about those. I was concentrating on learning to ride a motorbike, which I really like, and you reap all of the other benefits, which I'm going to go over now. Benefit number 2, concentration and mindfulness. We've all heard that mindfulness is good for our mental health. Motorbiking requires you to be present and mindful of your surroundings, aware of your surroundings, so that you know what's going on around you. Another really important point, concentration and mindfulness. Why do you need that for motorbiking, and also why can it help your mental health? Well, as I said, we've all heard how good mindfulness is for your mental health and the rage of it in recent years. Tying back into the skill of riding a motorbike, one of the main skills of riding a motorbike, especially on the road, is being aware of your surroundings. And this really is a skill that improves with experience and the more riding you do. So you want to be aware of your surroundings, I mean mainly to say stay safe. We've all heard that the visibility of other cars, they might not see a motorbike, or they pulled out in front of me because they didn't see me. There's so many things to be aware of. The road condition you want to be aware of. Manholes like that which I just dodged. I can feel actually the wind starting to pick up a bit now, and it's getting a little bit cooler. I've got a summer jacket on. That's all part of being mindful as well. Coming around this corner, I want to come out to the left-hand side of my lane, so I've got nice vision around this corner, and I can see any hazards around the other side of the corner. All of this sort of running commentary in your head when you're riding is a form of mindfulness, and the more you ride a motorbike and the more you practice this running commentary whilst you're out riding, the more mindful you become. And this really is a skill you can cultivate and work on to improve. I still do it every single day I go out on my motorbike. I practice mindfulness and concentration to be in the moment as much as possible. Now, yes, you can do this in cars, etc., but it's so much more involving on a motorbike. There are a lot more things you have to be aware of: the road conditions, other vehicles, the weather, the smells. You can smell your surroundings, you can feel the temperature of the air, whether it be the sun, whether it be in the winter and it's freezing cold, whatever it is. There's a lot more you can be mindful of whilst riding a motorbike. It's really strong point that. It's really, really good for your mental health, and I have found that a massive, massive benefit to me, and it's still getting better. That's the best bit. The mindfulness really goes on forever. Another point, being mindful, I can see it's picking up the wind now. First of all, I can hear it and feel it, but also you can see it in the trees. If I look around, I can see the trees, the leaves fluttering in the wind more. That's all part of being mindful. I'm really aware of who's behind me at the moment. There's a white Ford, is it a Ford Fiesta? I'm not too sure. White car behind me. I'm just aware of his distance whilst riding behind me at the moment as well. Another thing is feeling the road surface. The beauty of a motorbike obviously is that lean angle we can do on the two wheels. If you concentrate your mind as much as possible, you can feel, depends on the style of motorbike, but you can feel what the front end is doing, and your connection with the road is really important. That's all part of being mindful, which leads you to being a better motorbike rider as well. And of course, riding in a town or a city heightens that mindfulness and concentration even more. You just have to be double aware of your surroundings. There's so much more going on. Traffic lights approaching, cars pulling, people potentially opening their doors in the cars, pedestrians crossing the road, zebra crossings. There's so much going on, and so many opportunities to be mindful that just brings you out of your head and more into the present moment. So guys, for your mental health, the learning a new skill part just gets the brain working. Whether it just be something simple, learning a motorbike, there's a few things, it really is a new skill, and there are things that you have to learn to be able to pass your test and to be safe on the road. Now, there's loads of books. The Police Motorcycle Rider's Handbook is a really good one, but you can also get the official DVSA theory book, for which you need to study to pass your test. It's not that hard, but from my own experience, when I was studying and learning all about motorbikes and how to ride and the theory, etc., I found it gives you a purpose, it works your brain, it stimulates your brain. You have to bring yourself out of your own head, out of your depression, your anxiety, whatever it be, to study, and it gives you a goal to aim at and to complete. Moving on to point number 3, not to be untasteful, but this really is an important point, especially tying in with the mindfulness. It's such a pure and visceral experience riding a motorbike. Just going to start up now, you can hear that exhaust purr. Obviously, we're in a tunnel, so that really helps. But when you're out on the road and that exhaust is purring, the engine's vibrating, and it's not just those points, there's more. First off, let's start off with the fun bit though. The exhaust, the engine noise, the vibrations from the engines coming through the handlebars, the exhaust when you rev match it on a downshift, all of that is all exciting stuff, but it's not just about that. It's such a pure experience as well as being visceral. You get the wind in your face, you can feel the heat from the sun if the sun's out, and this all ties back into being mindful as well. Even in the winter, if it's raining or if it's really cold, it's such an immersive experience being on a motorbike. With the character from the engine and the noise, you also get the elements. You're really in it. There's no metal box around you. You're getting all of the elements. You're getting all of the smells, the temperatures, the wind, the rain, the snow, whatever it may be, the sunshine. You're fully immersed, and I genuinely find that really pure, a really pure experience, and I feel really connected with the, it's going to sound corny, but with the earth, with the road. I feel connected, I feel at one, I feel like I'm going on a big adventure. When you're riding, you feel so much closer to nature and the things around you with the mechanical experience, but also that being closer to the weather and nature is it really is such a pure, refreshing feeling that is just so good for your mental health. It's like going out for a walk or for a run. It's so relaxing on the motorbike when you're in the zone combined with the mindfulness and that pure visceral experience, it really is a meditative, relaxing experience. Another major benefit, and probably my favourite, best benefit of motorbikes for your mental health, is adventure and travel. Bit of a random one. I've come to Longleat Safari Estate today. Ride carefully up here. Toads crossing the road. Unfortunately, Longleat's closed, so we can't go and have a look around. Well, it's open, but you have to pay for it, so I'm not going to do that. Unfortunately, I haven't got time to go look around, but what I'm trying to say is adventure and travel is point number 4. And we've all heard how good travelling and adventures are for your mental health, visiting new cultures. It stimulates the mind, learning new things about history, different cultures, different areas in the world. It really does help stimulate your mind, and it gets you out of the house. For example, when I was sometimes at my worst, feeling very bad, I wouldn't really want to leave the house through lack of major motivation, interest in anything, fear, all sorts. As soon as I got my motorbike license, it didn't matter where I was going. I just wanted to ride my bike, and generally, if you're on your bike, you're riding to somewhere specific. So I would just start off and go for a 10-minute ride to a coffee shop. I'd have a little loop I'd do, my local area. I'd go and ride that loop, I'd stop for a coffee halfway, jump on the bike and ride back to the house. Just that one small step is a really, really big leap and a really important thing with mental health, just to give you a reason to get out of the house and be active. The motorbike gave me interest and motivation, just an interest in something to get out of the house. The beauty of it is you can progress at your own pace. However uncomfortable I felt, I always knew you can just hop back on the motorbike and just go riding again. You're back in that mindful state. You can forget about what's bothered you, wherever you've been, or whatever's going on, you can just ride. And then when you feel like possibly coming out of your comfort zone and challenging those uncomfortable moments, you can stop. You can go on a trip, you can go and see friends, you can do whatever you want, and just gently but in a controlled manner immerse yourself into the challenging times and the challenging situations that you may be struggling with your mental health. Point number 5 of why motorbiking is so good for your mental health really is the community you'll be joining as soon as you get that motorbike license. From my personal experience, one of my major problems was social anxiety. That in itself is quite an isolating, lonely thing to suffer from. But as soon as you get your motorbike license, as soon as you're on a bike, you are automatically a part of the biking community. It starts off as simple things. If you're really feeling down in the dumps, you may not feel up to going out and meeting new people and chatting with new people. Things as simple as the classic motorbike nod or a wave as you ride past another biker. You'll notice it a lot. It happens almost every time you ride past a biker. Just a little thing like that, or just a simple glance at another biker if you stop at a cafe for a coffee, for example. It's that acknowledgement really makes you feel part of a community and part of something. You're not alone. As soon as you get that motorbike, all motorbikers know that feeling, the ultimate freedom machine. It automatically brings you in connection with them. So guys, as we walk through a beautiful characterful village of Frome in Somerset, it's all about that community. When you get that license, there's that automatic connection and belonging, which is a massive thing mental health, which can make you feel a lot better. So guys, I hope that was helpful. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm just going to grab a coffee as a little bit of one of my adventures today, a little bit of a task. I've gone out for a ride, filmed this nice video. Just come to a beautiful town, Frome, little village in Somerset. Had a walk around. Going to have a coffee here, sit by the edge of the nice little stream. Down here, a really characterful road. Nice cafe behind me. Yeah, that is just a few of the ways that motorbiking can benefit your mental health. It really is good. I can say from first-hand experience, it's brilliant. Highly recommend giving it a go if you're feeling bad. If you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe. There's much more coming on mental health and motorbike based content. If you really are struggling, I will say, if you're really struggling, please get in contact with a charity like the Samaritans, or there is actually a mental health motorbike charity. It's called Mental Health Motorbike. I'll put the link in the description. Have a look down there. You click on that, take a look. They're really good. They can help you out if you're really struggling. But yeah, thank you guys. Take it easy, stay happy, set yourself a task, get out and go for a ride, whatever it is. It'll make you feel better. I'm feeling much better today. Pushing boundaries, pushing the comfort zone whilst motorbiking. Peace and love. See you in the next one. Ciao.